Hello there guys, Elita Legionarii here, and today I'm bringing you a fairly quick 1v1. As you can see, the timer is only 3 minutes and 29 seconds there, so it's pretty fast. It's a 1v1 for total Rome 2. I'm in command of the Seleucid Empire, and my opponent's in command of Rome. So I've gone with a bit of a specific build here because this is the Carthago map, which usually you rush up to this ridge here as I'm showing you, and there's not a heap of time for skirmish. So I brought up, and I realised that my opponent's Rome is a very good chance it's going to be a bunch of melee infantry. So I brought a bunch of melee cavalry with bonus versus infantry, and I've got some elephants in support. So I've got a couple of Median cav or median cav. Then I've got two of the Azart Knights. Now you don't see the Azart Knights very much, but it's a very good melee cav, very high melee defense, good armor, health, and base morale. It's got that bonus for infantry, and their melee attack and weapon damage is fairly high as well. So I'm going to try and crest over the hill with them and slam them into the enemy Roman infantry. They'll do very well in a melee fight with them. The Azart Knights probably could defeat an Evocati 1-for-1, or very close if it can't, because I know units like Aspis Cav can, and the Praetorian Cad's very good as well. I've also got an Indian Armoured Elephant on the left and a normal Indian War Elephant on the right. They're going to come in with their Stampede and just absolutely shred them in support of my cav, and it should master out those Roman units. My infantry's fairly low quality, it's just a bunch of, I think it's 6 Persian hoplites, pretty low quality, but they should help stall and hold areas of the fight while the cavalry and elephants do the major work. I brought some Eastern Javelinmen. Now, usually I'd go for the light Javelinmen, or the light Peltas rather, but I wanted the high heavy damage because I knew this was going to be fast, so I've gone with these guys because they're 45 damage instead, which should come in very helpful here. Out here on the right, I have a Hellenic Cataphract. I'm going to swing that around the back and try and get some hammer and anvils and just try and speed up the mass route I'm trying to go on my opponent. So here I'm going to rush up the hill. I'm going to get these cavalry to crest the hill as quickly as I possibly can. Get some nice close-ups on those Azarts there. It's a really awesome unit. I very much enjoy it. I wouldn't recommend its use that much on a main open field battle unless you're wanting a very effective melee cav, but they're very expensive, so you're probably better to just get cataphracts, to be honest. I'm just using it here because they're appropriate for what I'm trying to do here. So as you can see, my opponent has an auxiliary cav and an auxiliary elephant. I was a wee bit annoyed that he had an elephant because I knew that would be kind of slow my cav down. It could be dangerous for my cav. As you can see, he's got Triarii, 3 Evocati over there, and some Balearic Slingers. I charged my Median cav in here, trying to stall him there while I bring in my Indian Armoured Elephant to come in here and try and damage him quickly. Put Stampede down. I'm sending my cav behind. Now, I probably should have kept them up top. I was going to try and kind of cordon my opponent off in that area with my Persian hoplites there, so I can kind of get my cavalry into the fight. Now I probably should have stayed up on the hill and fought downhill here. It was a bit silly going around. I send this one median cav around the flank here in the hopes I can stall a bunch of his Evocati here and then slam my other elephant into it. So here's a close-up for you. I really overestimated how well they do. I mean, Evocati are a very good infantry unit, probably one of the best cost-effective infantry units in the game at the moment. But I was trying to send that other Indian Armoured Elephant around to try and slam them in the flank and get my Persian hoplites to start pumping shots into their flank. My Indian Armoured Elephant's gone amok there, but fortunately for me it runs amok amongst all his own stuff, not my own things. I appear to have frozen here. Sorry about that. Anyway, I bring in my elephants here, put the Stampede down. I have managed to catch his Evocati without them being braced, so I should do a ton of damage to them with my elephants. And I got my armoured elephants running amok slightly near them as well. But I'm fortunate that his own elephants have not done a lot of damage yet. I'm bringing my hoplites in here. As you can see, my cataphract is, you'll see it in a moment, there it is, my cataphract's coming around. They'll get those skirmishes there. As you can see, my Indian Armoured Elephant's quickly killing a bunch of these Evocati cohorts before they can really come and help him. His men are holding, but they will start to get ripped up pretty bad. I've got some infantry units in support. As you can see, his own elephants got caught by my hoplites there and they destroyed them. However, I made a bit of a mistake and didn't check his cav. He's going to get my skirmishes. But I'm not too drastically worried. I would have used this Azart Knight to stop it, but it's gotten kind of stuck on my own guys there and I didn't really notice it very quickly, so a bit sloppy on the micro there. I have managed to catch out some of his... where are they? I'm using my cataphracts here to run off his skirmishes. I managed to catch out his guys with my hoplites here, which is going to be handy. As you can see, his Evocati are having a hard time with my elephants, and I got support units helping there. and I think it was roughly around about this point where I freed up my Zart Knights, so I can send them in, they'll further do even more damage. And finally my Cataphracts are free, and I run a really nice hammer and anvil straight into the back of all his Evocati and his first cohort that are in there, and that's going to really mess them up, and his Triario, which is facing the wrong way, so it couldn't help. My elephant stopped running amok, so I put a bunch of rallies down, and I'm going to send them slamming into the back of my Roman opponent, and all between that and the Cataphract, it just chain routes all those Evocati and first cohorts before they can really do anything. So the strategy worked off pretty well. My opponent knows it's working, so he's going to pull the plug on this particular fight. Now the game says it's a draw, but clearly it was a nice victory for me. So if we look at the stats here, that Indian Armed Elephant, 249 kills, so that was nice. The Zart Knights didn't get many kills, didn't take many losses though. Probably didn't get them into the fight fast enough, so they didn't really get time to do much. Those the Hellenic Cataphracts, 189 kills, but if you look at these Persian hoplites, not many kills. The Median Cav, I was a bit reckless with those, probably didn't use them that well, but they still held up enemy parts of the line. If we look at his units, these Evocati and that first cohort, I mean, they just didn't pay for themselves. They got barely any kills, apart from his elephant and his general really. Nothing really did very well. Maybe one of his auxiliary cav, but not that cost effective on his part. So climbing over that hill on Carthago is really useful because you can just rush down. It sort of means that skirmishing is not necessarily useless, but it can be quite hard to skirmish because this map's kind of one of those rush orientated maps. So that comes in quite handy there. So anyway guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you soon next time.